What is up, my phantoms? How is everybody doing? I thought it'd be fun to kick off the new year with a video, a Q&A video to be exact. We got 15 questions from different people, and I'm here to answer them. So here we go. Number one is coming from Pixel Riot X. Do you plan on doing full game walkthroughs again, or are you sticking more to reviews and lists and things like that? Okay, so this year I definitely have a lot of games on my list that I'm going to be doing walkthroughs for, and they're all going to be blind walkthroughs, so that's going to be fun. Got Code Violent coming up this weekend. Super excited about that. Depending on how long the game is, I plan on the parts being anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour long, and probably more closer to like 40, 45 minutes per part. And hopefully that leads me to Resident Evil 9 by the time that's all complete and all that, because I'm ready for Resident Evil 9. That's going to be my next blind walkthrough. Hint, hint, if you're watching this video. Code Violet starts this weekend, though, so I'm super excited for that. Neon Joystick. What's your all time favorite gaming snack during long sessions? So I'm weird when it comes to snacks and gaming and all that. I do not like my controllers to feel like greasy or anything like that, so I will not eat um, while I'm gaming or anything like that. Drinks nowadays it's flavored water, or like a diet peach green tea or something like that. Used to, before I started my diet and all that stuff, I haven't had like a soda. I've had an energy drink, but I haven't had like a soda in over like 4 years. So I'm really proud of my self on that one. But 2020 and before, it'd be like Mountain Dew Code Red, Mountain Dew Baja Blast, and all that stuff. But now it's flavored waters, green peach tea, and occasionally a zero sugar Monster or an Alani. Retro We Rewind TV. What was the very first video game that made you fall in love with gaming? Oh, okay. The very first game I can remember playing that I absolutely remember falling in love. My brother had a Nintendo 64, and he bought GoldenEye, and we played GoldenEye, and that game was it. Like that was the game that set the bar, and I played that game for countless of times. That and Super Smash Brothers was absolutely fantastic. Grim Save Point. What game scared you the most the first time you played it? Wasn't really any games that I played that like scared me or anything like that. Um, the Fear game kind of freaked me out when I was younger when I played it. But honestly, there hasn't really been like nowadays. If you're talking like Phasmophobia is kind of creepy. I'm not gonna lie. And then you guys remember a few years ago when they released that demo for PT? That game was kind of creepy. But there's definitely some computer games nowadays that gets my hair sticking up. But that's all the part of the fun. Console Crusader. If you could only play one console for the rest of your life, which would it be and why? Well, console. Well, I mean, we're on PlayStation 5. That's the newest one that's out. They're going to keep pushing stuff out for it. It's got all the newest stuff on it. So, yeah, PlayStation 5 for sure. Lag Spikes Live. What game do you think is overrated but everyone else seems to love? I've done a video on this already. It falls in the category of my worst games. But the Elder Scrolls series, I don't get the hype for them. I don't. Oblivion, Skyrim, all that stuff. That and Fallout. I think they're overrated. So yeah. Midnight XP. Do you prefer story-driven games or fast-paced multiplayer games? Definitely story-driven games. I'm a sucker for a good story. I like to play a game where it feels like I'm watching a movie, but also playing the experience. Now, of course, depending on what game you're playing, the replayability kind of dies down if you're not doing multiplayer, because once you beat the main story and all that, yeah, it is what it is. But definitely a story-driven based game. Yes, hands down. Boss Fight Central says, "What's the hardest boss you've ever beaten in a game?" Hardest boss I've ever beaten in a game. Ha ha ha. That's actually a really good question. Um, Bowser. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know, to be honest. I really cannot remember. I remember trying to play like Bloodborne and Dark Souls and absolutely not being able to get past even the first boss. So I guess I wouldn't. I never beat them, but I guess the final boss in God of War Ragnarok maybe, or the God of War 2018. Yeah, they were kind of tough. I don't know. 8-bit says, what retro game do you think still holds up perfectly today? GoldenEye. GoldenEye 64, 100% still holds up to this day. Everyone still talks about it. They have it for the Switch now and all, and like Xbox Series X and all that stuff. But it's definitely GoldenEye, without a doubt. Achievement Hunter X. Are you a completionist, or do you move on once the main story is done? Basically, once the main story is done, I'm done with it. I've been wanting to get back into a few games and actually like find a way to print off like a trophy list and different like ways to start unlocking achievements and all that. But you just, I mean, you get a trophy for it. You don't get actual like rewards in real life and all that, and that kind of sucks, to be honest. But it is what it is. But Loot Drop Daily. What upcoming game are you most excited to play on the channel? I mean, GTA 6 is going to be a fun one to play on the channel. That comes out in November, supposedly. Insomniac's Wolverine is going to be super fun to play this year. I cannot wait for that. I'm really excited for Code Violet this weekend, to be honest. The videos looked pretty good for the game, and it looks interesting. So, but Resident Evil 9 is another one I'm definitely excited to play on this channel. So, absolutely. Critical Hit HQ. Have you ever rage quit a game and never gone back to it? Yeah. Bloodborne in the Dark Soul series. I've rage quit those games so bad. And Black Myth Wukong. Yeah, definitely. Shadow Controller. What game do you wish you could experience again for the first time? Ooh. Oh man, for the first time, probably Insomniac's Marvel's Spider-Man or the Uncharted game, because that game was just perfection. Like both of those games were fantastic and amazing, and they were just top notch, like top tier games, like absolutely. Respawn Realm. How do you decide which games are worth making videos on? I kind of like I'll make videos on stuff that's popular and like that people are making videos on. But a lot of my videos is I'm trying to do games that a lot of people aren't doing like stuff on. Um, but unfortunately, it's really hard to do nowadays. So basically, if I'm playing like Fortnite, I've got to finish like top 3 for me to make a video on it. Call of Duty, some different game modes that I got to come plus KD and all that. Really, as far as that goes, that's kind of how I decide and all that. Game Vault Vibes. What advice would you give to new gamers or small gaming creators starting YouTube? I like that. So, see, I just hit 3,000 subscribers, and I appreciate that so much from the bottom of my heart, everybody. Thank you so much for that. Really, what advice I can give, and I still go to it and stick with my own advice. You may upload 100 videos and get 1 view, 2 views, no views, and all that stuff. But every time you upload a video, every time you click on that video, if you are happy with it, that's all that matters. Act like every video you upload is going to get 1 million views, because you want to put that enthusiasm into every video that you create. You don't want to make a boring video. You don't want to be like, or anything like that. Every video, act like you're the biggest YouTube star. Act like you're the biggest worldwide star. And, everybody wants to watch you and everybody's entertained by you and stuff like that. So that is definitely my biggest advice, is that no matter where you are, act like you are the top of the top. So thank you guys so much for these questions. I appreciate it. If you guys have any more questions, be sure to drop them in the comment section. I'm going to try to do these more often because they are fun to do. But you guys are amazing. And also, I'm going to throw a little challenge out there. Lopsided Gaming. It's been a long time since you made a YouTube video. A long time. I got 15 questions ready for you, sir, that I would send you for you to answer for a video. You haven't made a video in a very long time. You made some shorts, that's cool, but an actual video, I challenge you to take my request and let me send you these questions, and you answer them on a video. 2026 is the year that Lopsided Gaming comes back. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you guys for watching. Much love.